Hi everyone, my name is Allison and I lead product at RunSignup, GiveSignup. And today's webinar is going to be talking about a few new strategic peer-to-peer fundraising features that we have come out with the first quarter of this year. So just a quick background of who we are. GiveSignup creates free and easy to use technology for nonprofits to raise more, grow your events, and engage your attendees. We've helped our customers raise over $2.3 billion since 2010, and we have more than 28,000 events using our platform each year. Over the last couple of years, as we've really grown our GiveSignup brand and really established ourselves as the best technology solution for peer-to-peer fundraising events, we've had both a greater number of peer-to-peer fundraising events come onto our platform, as well as some larger peer-to-peer fundraising events that come onto our platform. And so just to give a little bit of context of why we are continuing to invest in peer-to-peer fundraising events and deliver new features, I just wanted to show some examples of current events that are on our platform and using some of these features already. So the first is the Bend to the Shore bike tour. This is an annual ride that starts at the Ben Franklin Bridge in Philadelphia and goes all the way to the shore. It's one of the larger fundraising events, and we're increasingly seeing these large cycling events that are a fundraising first focus come over to our platform. The next is Els for Autism. They're using us for a series of golf tournaments that are peer-to-peer fundraising events that happen in cities across the US. The third is the annual Run for the Rose, and this was a customer that had previously used us just for our event day technology, but moved over all of their registration, fundraising, donations to our platform because we could deliver the ease of having everything in a single platform, from signing up to that whole fundraising journey to the best-in-class event day technology. And then finally, Pedal the Cause is one of the top peer-to-peer cycling events in the country, and they recently opened registration on our platform and have definitely been influencing some of these larger features, more strategic features that we've been developing. So in the last couple of weeks, we've had a couple of good webinars on GiveSignup. Nancy, who's a senior account manager, did a GiveSignup 101, and that webinar featured a lot of content about how to get started with GiveSignup, the basics about how to enable fundraising and donations for your event. And then Chris, our GiveSignup lead, did a webinar a couple weeks ago on the event day tools specifically for peer-to-peer fundraising events. So showing these really cool features that we've added of how you can show amount raised for fundraisers in the check-in app when people are coming to pick up their bibs and shirts, and those set of features. And then this third webinar in this peer-to-peer GiveSignup series is going to be about a few new strategic features that we've added. Just as a reminder, we are recording this session. You can enter any questions into the questions module in the little GoToWebinar bar. And then we'll also include links to the webinars that Nancy and Chris did in case you're looking for additional content about GiveSignup. So the four major features that we are going to cover today are custom fundraising milestones, donation e-cards, umbrella fundraising teams, and fundraiser incentives. And then what I'll do is a quick demo to show you both the back end of how you can enable these different settings, and then a quick show of what it might look like for a fundraiser who's signing up for your event. And then I'll quickly talk about what's coming next. So custom badges, we redid how milestones and badges look for fundraisers, and those have been really popular. So we give you a lot of custom designs where you can upload things for certain milestones like amount raised, number of donors, or you can choose from our library of default designs. But in addition to these really common types of achievements in fundraising, we wanted to allow nonprofits to give more custom type of badges. And so what you can do is you can ask certain questions when people sign up. So one of the examples is in this little dog jog, are you a pet owner? And you can select what type of pet you own, and you can give fundraisers a badge based on their response. So if they are a cat owner, you can give them a cat badge. If they have dogs, you can give them a dog badge. If they don't have pets, then maybe they don't get a special badge. So custom badges are great. We gave a few examples here, like Living Survivor, different veteran badges. I think that there's a lot of different use cases, and we're already starting to see some events use this, and really looking forward to seeing how people can get more creative. Again, this is just another touch point that nonprofits can have with their fundraisers to really highlight and honor them and really make their pages pop even more. Donation e-cards are an option for your donors to send when they're making a donation. And I think this is a really beneficial option because maybe people weren't planning to donate, but they see that they can send their friend a birthday card to, like, in their honor for making a donation. E-cards are really flexible. You can choose from our library of custom cards that we give you, or you can design your own and upload your own. So you can have your nonprofits like branded e-cards getting sent out to people that your donors want to honor with their donation. In addition to sending a card right away, you can actually schedule them to be sent at a later date. So that's perfect for encouraging people to donate more by, sending a card to be scheduled on someone's birthday or on a particular holiday. And you can communicate that up front, and it's just a really, really cool option that might help encourage people to give more than they normally would. Umbrella fundraising teams are a layer of team above fundraising teams. And so it basically allows you to group your existing fundraising teams into super teams. And like some examples of this would be like if you have, let's say it's a PTA fundraiser, and you've got like 5 different classrooms for first grade. So classroom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An umbrella team would be like first grade. And those classrooms 1 through 5 would all be part of that first grade umbrella team. And what the umbrella team does is it gives you a landing page with these social share options and umbrella team captains. You can upload a logo, you can have a distinct name, and then you can include a description. And the dynamic pieces of it are that it keeps a live count of the total number of teams that are part of the umbrella team, the total number of fundraisers that are part of the umbrella team, so like the total count of fundraisers on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as well as the total amount raised by all of the teams. And so what it really lets you do is like create this higher level. It might be for schools, it might be for corporations, like there might be a team RunSignup, team GiveSignup, team TicketSignup that are all part of the signup team. So it lets you have this flexibility and this extra layer of teams on top of your existing fundraising teams. Fundraiser incentives are another way to do fundraiser swag, fundraiser rewards. We've had this concept of fundraiser refunds for a long time now, where you can automate a refund of the registration fee when fundraisers reach a certain amount raised that you define in your setup. Fundraiser incentives are a bit more loose in that it's not necessarily tied to any monetary prize, but it could be like swag or recognition that's tied to achieving certain levels raised. It's a really, really nice design. When people are signing up, they become a fundraiser, and then on the next step, if you've enabled fundraiser incentives, they'll be able to increase the amount that they want to raise in order to reach these incentives. One of the things that is commonly used with these rewards and incentives are items that require a choice, like a shirt or a cycling jersey. And so we've tied this to custom questions, so you can actually collect people's choices when they select an incentive level. So this example that I'm showing from Pedal the Cause, they give out a yellow jersey when you raise more than $2,500, and they're able to collect the size of the shirt so that they're able to order those and distribute them to their fundraisers who have reached that goal. Just a note, people are able to upgrade their commitment level. Currently, they're not able to edit it to be lower than what they select, and their commitment level becomes their goal. And we'll see what that looks like from the fundraiser side during the demo, which is now. So I have this demo event called Pedal for Pets, and we're just going to go through these different features kind of in the order that we just did the slides. And I'll quickly show you how to set things up. So the first feature we talked about were custom fundraising badges. So I haven't added any milestones yet, but we can do that here. So this is the milestone type. And again, you can see all these default ones that are based off of common fundraising actions. But we can also now choose it based off of a custom question. And I've already added a custom question for have you adopted a pet? And this one is going to be for cat owners, and I'm going to use a custom badge type. You'll see here we also have some default ones that you can choose from. So if you don't want to create your own, this actually does work for animals pretty well. But I had uploaded a little reward. So that's going to be the badge for all the cat owners, and we'll save that. And we'll be able to see that on the front end when we go into the front end demo. So that's how you set up the custom badges. It's really simple. You just need to make sure that you have set up a question here and have registrants answer that question, and then you'll be able to show those badges. The second feature that I wanted to show is e-cards. So e-cards, there's a new option when you're enabling and customizing your donations for tribute information, and you go here and you can enable e-cards. And you can enable e-card designs. So if you just enable e-cards, it will just be like kind of a blank message. I think the e-cards is what really makes this like appealing to donors. You're able to select from our library of images. There may be some that you like. So like maybe you want to offer this heart, excuse me, and the happy birthday image. You can also upload your own. I'm going to be demoing with Canva because I do think it's such a useful tool, especially for nonprofits when you want to have all these different touch points and things that have your branding. So I made this one ahead of time. So you can just download that. And then we'll be able to choose that as our e-card image. And we have that as just like this branded e-card that has our events branding on it that people can choose when they want to make a donation and send it to someone. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And again, we'll be able to see that on the front end as we do the demo. I wanted to quickly show umbrella fundraising teams. So you're able to create an umbrella team here, and you'll see you'll have the options to enter the name, the description, logo, and then when you are, I already used up all my teams, but we'll go here real quick. You can see here that I'm able to easily select the fundraiser teams that are part of this umbrella team. If I go and I create a new fundraising team, so let's say it's a new cat fundraising team, I'll be able to add them to this umbrella fundraising team when they sign up and create that new team. And this is just what that description looks like from the back end, and you can quickly edit this from the dashboard. Please note that we do not allow fundraisers themselves to create these umbrella teams. These umbrella teams are created and managed by the event. There's typically fewer umbrella teams, and so yeah, it's from the back end, and then you can allow fundraisers to choose when they're creating a team, or you can assign this after the fact. And then finally, I wanted to show the fundraiser incentive levels. So I've already started setting up this program, and there's kind of two pieces to it. One is the overall description, and you can actually edit the branding so it can appear however you want. You might want to call this like a swag program. So you can just edit that, and then the branding on the program is going to say swag. You can add a description here, and then you can allow fundraisers to edit their commitment level when after they've finished signing up. We'll just save those updates. And then I thought we could just add another commitment level to this. One of the things that I've found really useful when I'm creating these test events is actually ChatGPT. I use it to just kind of create content really quickly, and it gave me these creative like swag levels and descriptions. And so like, I don't think it's like at the point where you can just blindly copy it and not like proofread it, but it does give you this content that is kind of easy to just grab when you need it. And so I just thought I would include this as part of the description, or sorry, part of this demo, so that you could kind of get this sense of like how you can create this content, because sometimes it can be overwhelming to be faced with like all these boxes that you have to fill in. And I just think that like there's tools out there that let you do that really quickly. So that's one tool I really like. And then of course, this other tool that I really like is Canva. And you'll see here when you're creating these levels, they've got images and they all show you like what size image you should use. And so Canva is really nice because it lets you quickly like format what those images are going to be. I'm not putting like thought into this because I don't want this to take forever. But you can kind of see how fast you can move in creating these designs. And like this one is 250 by 200. So just being able to create those sizes really relatively quite fast. And then let's just say this one has like a cycling jersey component. This is horrible looking. But I did want to kind of show what that looks like. So I'll just save that. So I didn't add a question here, but I just wanted to quickly show like this level here is actually collecting the shirt size. So it's based off of a custom question. I'm asking like, what shirt size are you? Actually, I can quickly add that here. So that's how you're creating your fundraiser levels and commitments. And like, it's up to you to kind of like enforce these rewards. Like there is nothing that's like automating the shipping of these rewards. They're typically going to be given out like at the event or something, or you're going to do that offline. But this is really for like being able to upsell these higher amounts that you want your fundraisers to raise, so that your event can raise more money and your fundraisers are rewarded with things that make them feel good about supporting your organization. All right, so we've enabled a bunch of these new features, and now we're going to see them in the purchase path. And so I'm just going to walk through this for participant 8. And I think that's all I need. They're going to do the 50-mile ride, and we will have them adopt a cat so we can see what that badge is going to look like. This shirt option is not the shirt size that's specific to reward. This is just the general event giveaway size. And then this is where we're going to become a fundraiser. So this step is still going to look the same as it normally would. But we can have them join a cat team, so we can see what that's going to look like. And then we'll make a donation and we'll honor someone with a donation. So we can, I'm going to honor Johanna. Oh, I'm going to honor Johanna's cat, Moab, because we were just talking about him. And I think that would be nice to give him this card. And I'm going to give it to Johanna. And so you'll see that this donation was made on behalf of her cat. And we'll say Happy Catterday to Johanna, and we'll schedule this to get sent on Catterday, Saturday. I did not rehearse this beforehand. So that was the e-card, and that will trigger to send to Johanna and her cat on Saturday. And now we're at the incentives program. So I've already committed to becoming a fundraiser. There was a minimum that was required. And what I'm given the option to do now, because we set up these incentives, is I can choose to raise more money. And so I can choose to go for the $400 level, which is going to give me a water bottle and a shirt. And I can actually, like, if I want to go above and beyond this, like if I want to do 500, it recognizes that this is still the incentive level, right? Because I'm not at 1,000, I'm at this 400. I'm agreeing to meet this minimum. And I'm going to select a shirt size for participant 8. And yeah, you can just see like this looks really nice. You can go to the other options and just see what they kind of look like. but you're seeing all those designs that we uploaded here, the descriptions that we added, and then the overall like incentive program language is at the top. So it's just designed really nice, and it kind of is like an upsell. So like you committed to this fundraising minimum, now do you want to raise even more? So I'm going to check out. And then we'll quickly go take a look at my page so we can see these other pieces. And this is all on a test server, so this is not like real. But here's the page that we just created. Oh, my badge isn't showing. I don't know why that's not working. But if we go to here and we go to the team, we can see here the umbrella team. So we've got our description. We see the amount coming into there now because I'm part of Team Cat here. I'm able to come into here and I can manage my commitment level, so I can actually decide to raise even more money. But you'll see here that my commitment level has now become my fundraising goal. So it's automatically updating it from the first step where I committed to $150 to now $400. And then quickly want to go on to this other page. Yeah, but that's quickly like a quick overview of what that looks like in the purchase path, and then what your fundraiser page experience is going to look like. I think that there is like a little bug with our test server showing those images, because that was, I'm just going to quickly look at my test event. So this is what it would look like on a test event. I think that there's an issue with our test server. Sorry for that. But this is like the same sort of thing where I've added a custom badge for being a cat owner, and it just shows up under this recognition span. And it just kind of, you know, adds that extra little thing to my fundraising page. So it is working on production if you want to go ahead and add these custom milestones and badges to your event. So just to wrap up really quick, we're continuing to add a lot more donation and fundraising features this year. We're doing a lot of little things, like just this week we came out with an update for the participant report that shows the charity partner for fundraisers. We just updated the charity checkbox add-on when you can add a donation to your checkout cart on the checkout page. We updated that to include cents. So, I mean, we're doing all these little improvements in addition to these really big features. But in terms of our product roadmap, in addition to prioritizing these little fixes, little features, just things that we can do to make fundraising even better and easier on our platform, there are 3 major new features that we have on our roadmap that we're either currently working on or about to start working on. So the first is a donation goal thermometer that goes across all of your events on the platform. So this is really nice for nonprofits that are either doing events in different cities under the same brand and want to show the total amount raised across all those, or a nonprofit that does events throughout the year and wants to total up the donations raised. So that's going to be a component that's available with Websites V2, which is our next generation website product that'll be coming out in the coming weeks. And this is just going to be one of those features that really shows the power of, you know, using GiveSignup's free websites and doing all of your donations on GiveSignup, because you can do really powerful things like show a dynamic donation goal thermometer that's automatically pulling in the amount raised across all of your events that you do. The second thing that we are doing is we have continued to upgrade email v2 for all of the emails that your event sends from the dashboard. What we're going to do is we're going to add email v2 capabilities for your fundraisers. So from that fundraising page, in addition to like editing my page, adding images, updating my commitment level, whatever it is, I'm going to be able to send emails. And there's going to be 2 important pieces to it. So one is the ability for your nonprofit to give your fundraisers templates. So like giving them templates for like, thank you for making a donation, you know, please join my fundraising team, those types of templates. And all those templates are going to be using the Email V2 email builder. So they're going to look nice, they're going to deliver to inboxes, and they're going to be easy to set up. The second powerful feature with that are the recipient lists. So people are going to be able to like send an email to their team members. That's going to be a system list that they'll be able to have. So I think this will be a really popular feature, and just give fundraisers another way to contact their donors, but also just communicate with their own teams and ask people to join their teams. The third feature is a feature that some larger peer-to-peer fundraising events that use fundraiser minimum auto charges have requested. And so when you're on the hook for paying the difference between what the minimum is and what you've raised, they want to allow fundraisers to be able to transfer their own donations to other people that haven't met their minimum so that they can meet their minimum. So if the minimum is $500, I've raised $1,000 and Johanna raised $200, I can transfer $300 of the donations that I raised to her profile so that she meets the minimum. So those are the three major features that we have on our product roadmap for nonprofits right now. And we're just really excited to continue seeing how we help really, really powerful organizations raise more money, and how they're able to do that even better and easier with these new features that we're adding. So again, we've recorded this episode. We're going to be sending you slides. If there are any questions, you can definitely ask in the question box. Johanna, anything that you wanted to go through?
I think the only question I saw was, what is the fee for adding fundraiser incentives for the event?
So there's no fee for adding fundraiser incentives. All the features are available for every single nonprofit to add to their event. And it's just another way to help your fundraisers raise more money and get more donations to your event. Anything else?
What are the donation fees?
So donation processing fees are a flat 4%, and that includes the credit card fees. One of the most popular ways that nonprofits handle the fees are just passing them on to their donors by default, or at least giving donors the option to pay those fees so that your nonprofit isn't paying anything to use our platform and everything is free.
I think that's, here, sorry, one more. Can you enable these features after registration is already live? In particular, the swag feature, assuming that means incentives.
Yeah, you can enable the incentives after you've already launched registration. Currently, existing fundraisers are not able to select a new commitment level, but it would be available for people that are signing up to fundraise. And eventually, we will add that functionality to enable for existing fundraisers. I think you just want to be like strategic about how you do it and how you communicate that option to fundraisers when you enable things. I think that the other features are very easy to enable. If you've collected responses for custom questions already and you add a badge, those badges will automatically appear as long as you have responses. So those are kind of like the two things to just be aware of with the swag and then the custom milestones and badges, enabling those mid-registration.
I think that looks like it. Thank you, Allison. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Hey, Kevin, if I enjoyed that video and I wanted to express that in some way, how would I do that?
I think you can like and subscribe to the channel and maybe comment any questions that you may have.
And if I wanted to watch another video with information that I may or may not know?
So you can click some of these other videos that we recommend to watch. Are they here? Here?